Hi. So let's discuss about net carbs and total carbs today. So when you look at any packaged item, you see there's like a carbohydrate content, there's a sugar content, and there is fiber content. So what is net carbs and which one matters? Is it net carbs or total carbs? So the carbohydrate content that's written there is the total carbohydrate. And what you should know is that out of the total carbohydrate, only a certain type, or rather, certain type of carbohydrates cannot be digested by the body, and that does not raise your blood sugar levels. So, what like fiber is the number one thing. Fiber is the carbohydrate which your body cannot digest. And there's another lesser known kind of carbohydrate called polyols, which are basically sugar alcohols. So they cannot be digested by the body either, or they can be partially digested. So that doesn't impact blood sugar levels. So when you look into a processed food, or shouldn't be having them, but if you are having a packaged item and you see total carbs, or you see carbs, and you see fiber content and polyol content, if there is polyol, they will definitely mention it. Then your net carbs is total carbs minus polyol, the grams of polyol and grams of fiber. So that's how you see the total carb. So like I said, total carb is what matters. So should you take total carbs into account or the net carbs into account? So this depends on how strict you want your diet to be. If you take net carbs into account, your diet will be very, very strict. Alright. So suppose or rather it will be very liberal. I got that alternate. It will be very liberal. So I'm saying I want to restrict my meals to 100 grams or say 50 grams of net carbs. That's very easy. Easy in the sense 50 grams of net carbs means I'm having 70 grams of carbs, or 80 grams of carbs. So I can have 30 will be the contribution from say fiber and polyols and all that. So it is much easier. So if you want to be more stringent, then go for restriction of total carbs. So imagine if your target is still 50, less than 50 grams of total carbs. Then that includes the carbohydrate, fibers and polyols and everything. So what will be your net carbs? 30 grams, 20 grams, 25 grams. So that's like a very small number. So if you are somebody who's dealing with a very severe metabolic condition, and if you are somebody who's dealing with diabetes and all that, it would be better for you to go by total carbs. That puts you in that buffer. You get that little bit of buffer. Like even if I am eating a little more carbs, say I'm eating say 70 grams carbs, because there is a little bit of 10 or 20 grams of fiber and all that, I will never overshoot in any case that 70 grams carbs. So that is the benefit. But if you are somebody who is kind of healthy and just wants to have a control over carbs, then net carbs would do. I myself go by net carbs, not by total carbs. So suppose I want to have a keto ice cream or a normal ice cream. Let's say I'm going for purpose of explanation. Let's say I'm going with a keto ice cream. First thing I do is I see the carbohydrate content. I see it definitely has some fiber, maybe 3 grams or whatever of fiber. And there will be some polyols also, because that's how the sweeteners, whatever sweeteners are used, they're definitely like maltitol or whatever. Sugar alcohols are definitely there. So I reduce those content, and the net carbs may be like 3 grams, 4 grams, or even 5 grams. So that's what I take into consideration. So if you are a healthy person, you can go a bit liberal and go by net carbs. And if you are somebody who is in a situation where it needs to be absolutely spot on, you want to get into a ketosis, you want to control your blood sugars, then go by total carbs. Don't take the fiber into consideration. I hope my point is clear. Bye.